Hello my friends and welcome. This is a very fun video for us indeed. This is actually Tar Pits. If you guys don't remember this map, this is an extreme map. A map that costs you 50 monkey money every single time you want to play it. A map that is obviously very difficult. Just look at it, man. It's freaking crazy looking. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to beat it on medium today. This is completely NAPS, no agent specialty buildings or any of that crap. You know, we don't use any bonuses. Though it is not going to be no lives lost. We're just going to do our very best to beat it in NAPS. For hard, I'm leaning towards we're probably not going to do it NAPS. So I'm just going to have to think about what the heck I want to use, or what kind of specialty building, or what we're going to do to make sure we can beat it on hard. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to beat it on hard if you just use a random beekeeper or something like that. But it's going to be a little difficult. So we're going to have to, you know, see what we can do once we finally get there. Anyways, I'm going to talk a little bit about the strategy today. It's actually quite easy in the early game, surprisingly. You know, I used 5 dart monkeys and I still got, you know, almost all of my lives already, and I already got a farm up there. So yeah, we're doing a pretty good job in the early game, and that's pretty much the main thing you got to understand, is that lives in the early game, it's not that they don't matter at all, but you have to do a very good job of keeping pretty much the perfect amount of defense, so you can farm as much as you possibly can while still not letting a bajillion lives get through. And that's where the snipers really come into play. The snipers are really good on this level because they can shoot anywhere on the map, and they do a lot of good random yellow or green popping power, the pink popping power that you need on these random in-between levels between 10 and 20. Besides that, I actually have a little bit of complaining to do. Not about you guys or anything, sometimes complaining, but not today. Today I gotta complain about my computer, well, rather the people who made my computer parts. Oh man, that guy was driving freaking fast. Anyways, I built my computer. It cost about $2,600, so it was pretty darn expensive. It was mainly the processor that cost a lot of money. It was $1,000, but it really helps out in my video editing, and makes it take about half as much time as my old processor, which was a very good processor, to say the least. Anyways, after all that is said and done, yeah, you spend $2,600. You're like, dude, you want it to work, right? You want it to be absolutely perfect, no problems whatsoever, and that's not what happened. At first, I was like, yay, this is my new computer, it's so fast, it's so awesome, everything's amazing, and then I slowly started to realize that something was wrong. It wouldn't start perfectly right. I know I've talked about this in one of my previous videos. I even asked if you wonderful people out there knew what the problem would be or knew what the problem might be. And after all of my problem solving and looking online for, you know, ways to fix it and all that stuff, it all boiled down to the motherboard. The motherboard was the problem. I don't know why the motherboard is the problem or what exactly is wrong with the motherboard, but it just doesn't post all the time. And by post, I just mean start up right. I ended up going and sending an email, or like a support email, to the people who make it. Ace Rock. I don't know exactly how to say it. I want to say Asus Rock, because Asus is the other one, or Asus, rather. But it's Ace Rock. And I sent him an email, no response. 1 month later, no response. And then I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to put a bad review on Newegg. So I got it from Newegg, so I put my bad review on there. And guess what? They responded. Yeah, they said, all right, yeah, well, we'll help you. We'll do some support stuff for you and all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I sent another email, which obviously it's not actually an email. It's like you fill out this giant form that, like, has all this ridiculous stuff that they want you to put on there, which doesn't make much sense, really hard to do and everything. Yeah, so I filled that all out for the second time, by the way. And nope, they didn't respond. So I'm just really angry about them right now. So I'm not going to be buying Asus Rock stuff ever again. Ever. That's how you make an angry consumer. And also, on top of that, now I get to tell you guys not to buy their stuff. Maybe. I don't know. It's up to you if you don't want to buy it. But, you know, I'm just saying, I got really bad stuff from them, so not going to be buying their stuff anymore. Anyways, what do we got going on right now? So we're 17 lives already. Oh my god, Chris, what are you doing? But we do have 4 2-0 farms already. Freaking amazing, man. Yeah, absolutely. But now we need to start changing from economy to killing power, because we're going to get some hardcore things coming on in here. And also we're going to start getting leads coming out like crazy. So what we have to do is I'm actually going for a low-level wizard. The cheapest lead popping power that is reasonably accurate that you can get is a wizard. So put all these wizards. We're trying to get about 5 of them up. Again, usually whenever you get anything, you want to try and get them in series of 5s. So there we go, we got a wizard up on the top there, he's doing a pretty darn good job, and then we're going to have to get one more wizard on the very top there, and we do indeed get him, and that's going to be my full lead pop power. I'm more afraid about level 8, or level 38 and 39, but of course level 37 still has quite a few lead balloons in here. And then what you want to do is you want to start getting your submarines up, man. Submarines are freaking boss-like. They are very, very good pop power, and they can shoot anywhere on the maps, which is that's a good thing. And they can shoot first things on the map too. They're kind of weird because they're shooting weird. You know, they don't really shoot like first. They just kind of shoot in weird directions and everything. But if they get in a good circly motion, which they tend to do, it works out really, really well. Beyond that, I also wanted to get some balloon chippers in here, guys. Felt like the balloon chippers would be very, very good against these ceramic balloons, or the strong tier balloons that we want to get rid of. So we have to get 5 balloon chippers as well. Keep in mind that we're not going any farms at the moment, which is kind of sad, obviously. But we're down to 6 lives, so we obviously have to get a very, very solid defense going before anything goes completely crazy. So we got 5 balloon chippers, good against ceramics, good against those strong balloons. That makes us feel a little bit safer, you know? We're going to be okay against these ceramics. And it's good because they actually popped out at random times, so the submarines could each take their time to just boom, shakalaka, boom, blow up the one set, move on to the next one, blow them up, and all that good stuff. So I'm actually going to have a very, very nice video for you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, look forward to it. It's gonna be epic, man. I'm like very proud of it. So I'm actually a little bit surprised there that we were able to pop all those camo balloons with our submarines, because all we have is those ninjas. And even though the ninjas are fairly good, they are the only camo detection that we have. Besides, maybe the snipers could count as... No, wait, they're not camo detection. I lied. We didn't think about camo detection. I forgot. But the submarines have advanced intel, which means they can see the camos if they're in the range of the ninjas, but it's just kind of weird and sometimes doesn't really work out exactly the way you thought it would. And that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. So anyways, we're going to be spamming submarines for a little while. Why do you want to use submarines? Well, if it wasn't submarines, I'd be using mostly boats. I'd be using mostly cannon ships and or just destroying with the grape shot boats. Because we got to get some sort of pop power in the middle that can affect every single area, and there's just not very many spots or very many things that can do that besides the big chunk of water in the middle. So they really want you to be using that water, and that's what we're doing today. We're using that water. So I actually started getting some more farms up. Once we beat the Moab, we're like, oh yeah, man, we can start getting our money flowing in here for shiznit. And the next thing that we have to worry about, of course, is level 49. We have to be a little careful on that one. So we're going to have to see if we can get another couple submarines in here. Hopefully just pop all those balloons, but be careful. You know, you might want to go in slow motion here if you're at all worried about any balloons getting through, because, you know, like I said, 6 balloons, man, that's pretty darn easy to get through here when you got 5 different areas to watch. You can't watch them all. You just kind of have to hope for the best. And maybe road spike stuff if you're absolutely amazing and you can... and actually see what you want to hit, man, or see what you want to road spike. It's just hard. There's too many balloons everywhere, balloon chippers floating things around, submarines shooting things every which way. Oh, it's tough. It's tough for sure. So anyways, we're actually getting pretty darn good. We're getting pretty darn far here, guys. We are already on round 50, so we've kind of chug-a-lugged through here. Beat the first 50 rounds, so technically we beat it on easy, but on the medium mode, so that would be like a little more expensive and everything. But we beat it on easy already, so we're going to move on through here. The only hard levels that I'm actually kind of worried about is level 63. It's going to be a lot of balloons, man. Freaking a lot of balloons in there. And then I'm actually a little bit worried about level 64, because you have so many Moabs coming out so quickly. Will we be able to pop them with the submarines, and will they randomly hit the wrong submarine or the wrong Moabs? Because it takes a little tiny bit of time to pop those Moabs, so maybe we'll hit the wrong ones if we get 64 of them popping out all at the same time. And also, we're running out of space for our submarines. That's obviously not a good thing. We don't like to run out of space for our submarines. We like the submarines a lot. So actually, I'm a little bit worried about these camo balloons as well. Hopefully the Moabs get popped fast enough where we can pop the camo balloons with our random submarines instead of just relying on the ninjas. But you know what? I think it's about a good time. Let's start getting some third-tier ninjas, baby cakes. We got some third-tier ninjas for sure. And even maybe fourth tiers. What do you guys think? Probably better off getting lightning wizards first. That'll pop the camo leads. They're going to be coming out any second now, guys. 4 more rounds to go. Got to get full camo lead popping power. And we've got to be extremely careful as well, because we would like to get even higher level ninjas or something to pop those camos after they pop out of them. But at least if we have that camo lead pop power, the submarine should be able to deal with everything else in combination with the ninjas, of course. So, doing pretty well so far. What do you guys think of our strategy? Was it kind of weird, bad, good, sad, mad? Let me know in the comments what you think about my strategy. Was it alright? Or maybe I should have tried to save a few more lives than 6 to make it a little bit easier to follow if you guys were trying to beat this one. And also what we can do is we can actually sell all of our farms and get a big chunk of stuff for maybe level 63 or 64. Probably 63, though. We're going to have to get some good balloon popping power in here. Here's level 59. We got a couple 4th tier ninjas already. We're almost getting up to our 5th 4th tier ninja. And yeah, we did it, boys! One thing that I was thinking about getting is possibly getting a bunch of 4th tier balloon chippers. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. It's probably not worth it because it's just so expensive. You know, you gotta spend about $20,000 to get those balloon chippers up to the 4th tier. And then level 63, that's balloons. Balloons, man! It's full-on balloons. So, you know, that's not even gonna help us out in level 63. So instead, let's see, what are we gonna go for? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. For some odd reason, I thought that you could put a tack shooter in the middle there. I don't know why. I thought maybe you could put stuff on the tar. You just wouldn't want to, obviously, because you'd want them to hit both sides if it's dart monkeys and stuff like that. But now that makes it even more difficult. Now that we got no mother effing Ring of Fires. How are we gonna do this? Well, we're gonna have to sell all this crap. I'm thinking about Arctic Winds, right? Right? Well, let me tell you guys this. I messed up. At first, I was thinking totally go Arctic Winds. It's going to be boss-like, get a bunch of frickin' killing power and all that stuff. Then I changed my mind. I was like, no, I can't do it. So I wasted a bunch of money here. Probably be a lot easier for you guys if you went for these 4th tier cannons right from the get-go. And then any extra stuff, just go for a couple more 4th tier cannons or even 3rd tier cannons. So we got 4 4th tier cannons, stopping those balloons in their tracks. Submarines are going to be able to pop all these guys. Nice. So overall, actually, it wasn't that bad. I was a little bit worried about level 63, but we actually took care of it pretty darn easily. Anyways, like I said, pay attention to my video tomorrow. It's going to be quite exciting. Quite exciting indeed. I spent a lot of time on it, so that's why I'm kind of talking about it. I'm excited about it. So here we go, level 64. Oh my goodness gracious, look at all these guys rushing on through. The submarines barely got them all done, but we have done it with the 4th tier cannons, stalling all the balloons. I actually don't feel too bad, but now we've got 2 BFBs coming out. We did pretty good against the first BFB. But how will we fare against the second BFB? Well, the thing I'm thinking here is, man, we'll get a few random balloon chippers in here to slurp up those ceramics right as soon as they get out of the BFB and Moab, so we can use the submarines to pop the rest of the Moab and BFB layers. That's like the main plan for us right now. And it looks like, here we go, the Moab's coming out. There's 2 BFBs. Could we take them down? They're getting close. We're going to road spike spam. Road spike spam just to make sure they're not going to get through. The first one has been defeated. The second one has been defeated. And that's what I'm going to have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, obviously throw a like down there. I do appreciate those. And have a super duper delicious day.